Good morning. My name is Caroline, and this is Finding Joy in the Bible. And it's a daily video audio Bible series here on YouTube. And we are on day 16. We're reading Genesis chapters 36 and 37. If you are new to this series, you can always go back to the playlist with all of the prior days videos. And we are continuing right from Genesis all the way up to Revelation. Day by day, we read a little bit at a time. It's a full, long daily journey of reading the Bible. Always recommending reading the Bible. We are working off the Catholic Bible, but I really recommend reading the Bible at least 10 or 15 minutes a day because there's so much that you can get out of that. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, Bible Day 16, Genesis chapters 36 and 37, and then we'll talk about it just briefly right after. Chapter 36, Esau's descendants. These are the descendants of Esau, that is Edom. Esau took his wives from the Canaanites, Adah, daughter of Elon the Hittite, Oholibamah, daughter of Anah, son of Zibeon the Hivite, and Basemath, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebaioth. Adah bore Eliphaz to Esau, Basemath bore Ruel, and Oholibamah bore Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Then Esau took his wives, his sons, his daughters, and all the members of his household, his cattle, all his livestock, and all the property he had acquired in the land of Canaan. And he moved to a land some distance from his brother Jacob, for their possessions were too great for them to live together. The land where they were living could not support them because of their livestock. So Esau settled in the hill country of Seir. Esau is Edom. These are the descendants of Esau, ancestor of the Edomites, in the hill country of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, son of Adah, the wife of Esau; Ruel, the son of Esau's wife Basemath. The sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah was a concubine of Eliphaz, Esau's son. She bore Amalek to Eliphaz. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. These were the sons of Ruel: Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These were the sons of Esau's wife Basemath. These were the sons of Esau's wife Oholibamah, daughter of Anah, son of Zibeon. She bore to Esau Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. Clans and kings of Edom. These are the clans of the sons of Esau. The sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau, the clans of Teman, Omar, Zepho, Kenaz, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These are the clans of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. They are the sons of Adah. These are the sons of Esau's son Ruel, the clans Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the clans of Ruel in the land of Edom. They are the sons of Esau's wife Basemath. These are the sons of Esau's wife Oholibamah, the clans Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. These are the clans born of Esau's wife Oholibamah, the daughter of Anah. These are the sons of Esau, that is Edom, and these are their clans. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, the inhabitants of the land: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishon. These are the clans of the Horites, the sons of Seir in the land of Edom. The sons of Lotan were Hori and Heman, and Lotan's sister was Timnah. These are the sons of Shobal: Alvan, Manahath, Ebo, Shepho, and Onam. These are the sons of Zibeon: Aha and Anah. He is the Anah who founded the springs in the wilderness, as he pastured the donkeys of his father Zibeon. These are the children of Anah: Dishon and Oholibamah, daughter of Anah. These are the sons of Dishon: Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Cheran. These are the sons of Ezar, Bilhan, Zavan, and Akan. These are the sons of Dishan, Uz, and Aaron. These are the clans of the Horites, the clans Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, and Dishan, Ezar, and Dishan. These are the clans of the Horites, clan by clan in the land of Seir. These are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the Israelites. Bela, son of Beor, reigned in Edom, the name of his city being Din-Habah. Bela died, and Joab, son of Zerah of Basra, succeeded him as king. Joab died, and Husham of the land of the Temanites succeeded him as king. Husham died, and Hadad, son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the country of Moab, succeeded him as king, the name of his city being Avith. Hadad died, and Samiah of Mazacah succeeded him as king. Samlah died, and Shaul of Rehoboth of the Euphrates succeeded him as king. Shaul died, and Baal-Hanan, son of Akbor, succeeded him as king. Baal-Hanan, son of Akbor, died, and Hadar succeeded him as king, the name of his city being Pau. His wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, daughter of Mahazabad. Mazahab. These are the names of the clans of Esau according to their families, and their localities by their names. The clans Timnah, Alva, Jetheth, Oholibamah, Elah, Pinon, Kenez, Teman, Mitzbar, Magdiel, and Eram. These are the clans of Edom, that is, Esau, the father of Edom, according to their settlements in the land that they held. Chapter 37, Joseph dreams of greatness. Jacob settled in the land where his father had lived as an alien, the land of Canaan. This is the story of the family of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was shepherding the flock with his brothers. He was helper to the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought a bad report of them to their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any other of his children because he was the son of his old age, and he had made him a long robe with sleeves. But when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all of his brothers, they hated him and could not speak peaceably to him. Once Joseph had a dream, and when he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more. He said to them, "Listen to this dream that I dreamed. There we were, binding sheaves in the field. Suddenly my sheaf rose and stood upright. Then your sheaves gathered around it and bowed down to my sheaf." His brothers said to him, "Are you indeed to reign over us? Are you indeed to have dominion over us?" So they hated him even more because of his dreams and his words. He had another dream and told it to his brothers, saying, "Look, I have had another dream. The sun, the moon, and the 11 stars were bowing down to me." But when he told it to his father and to his brothers, his father rebuked him and said to him, "What kind of dream is this that you have had? Shall we indeed come, I and your mother and your brothers, and bow to the ground before you?" So his brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. Joseph is sold by his brothers. Now his brothers went to pasture their father's flock near Shechem. And Israel said to Joseph, "Are not your brothers pasturing the flock at Shechem? Come, I will send you to them." He answered, "Here I am." So he said to him, "Go now, see if it is well with your brothers and with the flock, and bring word back to me." So he sent him from the valley of Hebron. He came to Shechem, and a man found him wandering in the fields. The man asked him, "What are you seeking?" "I am seeking my brothers," he said. "Tell me, please, where they are pasturing the flock." The man said, "They have gone away, for I heard them say, 'Let us go to Dothan.'" So Joseph went after his brothers and found them at Dothan. They saw him from a distance, and before he came near to them, they conspired to kill him. They said to one another, "Here comes this dreamer. Come now, let us kill him and throw him into one of the pits. Then we shall say that a wild animal has devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams." But when Reuben heard of it, he delivered him out of their hands, saying, "Let us not take his life." Reuben said to them, "Shed no blood. Throw him into this pit here in the wilderness, but lay no hand on him." that he might rescue him out of their hand and restore him to his father. So when Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped him of his robe, the long robe with sleeves that he wore, and they took him and threw him into a pit. The pit was empty, and there was no water in it. Then they sat down to eat, and looking up, they saw a caravan of Ishmaelites coming from Gilead, with their camels carrying gum, balm, and resin, on their way to carry it down to Egypt. Then Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is there if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites and not lay our hands on him, for he is our brother, our own flesh." And his brothers agreed. When some Midianite traders passed by, they drew Joseph up, lifting him out of the pit, and sold him to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver, and they took Joseph to Egypt. When Reuben returned to the pit and saw that Joseph was not in the pit, he tore his clothes. He returned to his brothers and said, "The boy is gone, and where can I turn?" Then they took Joseph's robe, slaughtered a goat, and dipped the robe in the blood. They had the long robe with sleeves taken to their father, and they said, "This we have found. See now whether it is your son's robe or not." He recognized it and said, "It is my son's robe. A wild animal has devoured him." Joseph is without doubt torn to pieces. Then Jacob tore his garments and put sackcloth on his loins and mourned for his son for many days. All his sons and all his daughters sought to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted and said, "No, I shall go down to Sheol to my son mourning." Thus his father bewailed him. Meanwhile, the Midianites had sold him in Egypt to Potiphar, one of Pharaoh's officials, the captain of the guard. So there we have it, chapter 36 and 37. So 36, I know it's a little bit of a boring chapter there. We talk about Esau's descendants and all of these names that are so hard to pronounce. But we look at the growth of Esau's family, his descendants, and it does say that Esau did move away from Jacob, and that was because they were both very prosperous. They had great numbers of flocks. And so I've said before, but it's repeated here, that Esau is also called Edom, so it's like synonymous. And later in the Bible, we have descendants of Isaac, right? Abraham and then Isaac, on Esau's side, who are called Edomites. So you'll see references to several main, big characters, important characters, that are called, from Edomites, and that is the line. They're from Esau's line. And then we have their line of kings. So the Edomites under Esau, each descendant, they had kings before Israel had kings. So Israel had no kings. They followed God. And Esau's line, the Edomites, they had a line of kings. And then we get into chapter 37. And, excuse me. And we have Joseph, who's now 17 years old. And he has these dreams, that his brothers and Jacob did not understand what the dreams meant. But, God gave him these dreams, and this is like a foreshadowing of what will happen in the future. And so he has the series of dreams, the two dreams, and his brothers became very jealous of him. His father Jacob rebuked him. They just didn't understand what those meant. And Joseph himself didn't understand what they meant at the time, but they were a foreshadowing of his future. And then his brothers became so jealous of him, they wanted to kill him. And so Jacob sent his son, not knowing, obviously, there was going to be, that they were going to try to kill him, but he sent Joseph out to them in the fields with the flocks to check on them. And so as he approached, the brothers all conspired to kill him, and then decided not to kill him. Reuben, the eldest, had said, "Let us not kill our brother. Let's just put him in a pit." He was thinking he would rescue him later. He left, and then his other brothers sold him to Ishmaelites. These are descendants from Ishmael, who was Abraham's other son that he had sent away. And so They, sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites, and the Ishmaelites take him to Egypt. And so he is gone. Reuben comes back and sees that his brother is gone, and they all come up with this plan to dip his coat, Joseph's coat, in blood to make it seem as if an animal had attacked him and killed him. And so Jacob learns of the supposed death of Joseph, and he is stricken with grief and despair. You will see throughout the Bible that in grief and despair, the Israelites would tear their clothes, and they would put on sackcloth, and they would put dust on their heads, and they would mourn. And so Jacob does this. This is one of his favorite sons, maybe the favorite son. And to learn of his death, his supposed death, was very devastating to Jacob. And so we leave it there at chapter 37. Joseph having been sold and placed into the home of Potiphar, who was one of Pharaoh's in Egypt officials. And we'll continue on with the story with chapter 38. I hope that you will join us as we continue through the journeys in the Bible, with, of course, Genesis, where we are now. But otherwise, I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and until tomorrow.